in terms of planning for a brighter future in order to reach your dreams. I realize that it's been a very long morning, and I thank you for your patience, and I expect nothing but the utmost respect. I expect everyone to sit up nice and tall and be attentive and begin to reflect on the messages that you are about to receive this morning. I will begin the program by introducing the person who I just met yesterday. He is the director of Safe Latin America program. And what he has done for number 9, he has put a program together of individuals from throughout the state that will be here with you this morning to tell you their stories, to tell you how they came from a very difficult childhood to become successful. But not because anyone gave them a helping hand, but because they knew that whatever choices they were making was going to determine their future. And that's what we're hoping that the message will be today. That we will reflect and you will think about where is it that you're going to go? Where are you going to end up when you graduate from high school? Are you going to go to college? Are you going to pursue a career? And if you do decide to do that, what is it that you need to do now, starting right now, in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, to make sure that you get there? So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mr. Jonny Torres, the director of the program. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Perez, and good morning. Let's give Mrs. Perez a big hand. Yes, my name is Jonny Torres, and I represent an organization called Save Latin America. Save Latin America is a civic organization whose mission is to provide a better access of information to Hispanics about the many services and growth opportunities available in this country. And make no mistakes, there are many growth opportunities in these countries. 2 things are needed for you to take advantage of them. Number 1, you have to be mentally prepared. Number 2, you have to be academically prepared. And then the opportunities are there for you. How many of you have dreams? Terrific. Very good. So, because Save Latin America is very concerned with the well-being of our communities, education is very important. And then we created a commission, an education commission, comprised of members of both education, educators, parents, and all professionals. And these people meet and they develop programs to help you. And you know who you are? You are terrific. You are the doctors, the teachers, the lawyers, the architects, the engineers, etc. You are our leaders. All these wonderful teachers that teach you today, and all these wonderful people are going to be talking to you in a little while. All of us tomorrow are going to be depending on you. You're going to be taking care again of our health. You're going to be teaching us. You are going to be the future governors and Congress people. You're going to be our leaders. And you have to be prepared. As I said, the opportunity opportunities are there, provided that you, number one, are, what did I say? I forgot. Was it mentally well, something like that? What was it that I said? That you have to be mentally ready. You have to be mentally ready to take advantage of the opportunities that are out there. And then you have to be prepared. And that is what you're doing today in school. And thanks to this wonderful group of men and women that are passing on to you the knowledge. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about your teachers. Let's give your teachers a big hand. Let me ask you a question. That is the best you can do for your teachers? That is the problem that we are using here today. And reaching our dreams is a program designed by this Education Commission that I mentioned before, of which there's a books in the back. Look at when you stand up. Lucas Arroyo is a member of that commission. Let's give Mrs. Arroyo a big hand. And Mrs. Arroyo is also, in a way, responsible for all being here today. Now, the program is very simple. We invite professionals, Hispanics, successful Hispanics, to share with you some of their life's experiences, their ups and downs, and their successes as well. And then, that is their job, to tell you about their life's experiences. Your job is to listen very carefully. You know why? Because your teacher are going to ask you to write an essay based on their presentations. But then, let me tell you what's going to happen. Now we're going to come back to the school and we're going to select the 3 best essays. And then the authors of those 3 best essays are going to be invited to a party, and you're going to bring in your parents, your brothers and sisters, and we're going to have a wonderful night, a party night with teachers and parents and your families. The question now is, out of all of you, and there are about 150 of you here today, we're going to be selecting 3 winners. My question to you is, can I see the hands of the 3 winners? Terrific, but not enough. Each one of you should be thinking already that you're going to be invited to have a big party with your families and your teachers and the executive of Say Latin America. How many of you are going to be, who are going to be the 3 winners? Let me see those hands. Terrific. Very good. So now let's begin to work. We have 3 speakers here today. The first speaker is a young man that comes from Trenton. Mr. Rivera, his name is Moises Rivera, is the program director of the New Jersey Youth Center for Policy he is to accomplish what he has accomplished in life. And he worked very hard, and today, as young as he is, and he's going for his master's now, he could look back and says, my God, I come from a very humble family. But I developed a positive attitude. And I think your principal told you before, she mentioned the word choices. And yes, life is about choices. And Moises Rivera made a choice, he made a decision. I'm going to be successful in life. My dream is to have a master. And you know what? He's working on it. Let's give Mr. Moises Rivera a big hand. Good morning. Can you hear me with the microphone?
Without the microphone.
I'm going to try the microphone now. First, I have to apologize to each and every one of you guys. Because I know you'd rather be in your English classes and your math classes right about now. So, no. Oh my God. Anyway, my name is Life. My life. I don't. And what decisions that I made? If you could trace back to your earliest childhood memory, I'm not going to ask you to speak about it, but you can think about your earliest childhood memory. What would it be? Just think about it. Because I'm going to tell you what was my earliest childhood memory. My earliest childhood memory was when my father took me very briskly into a wall. And he looked at me. And he started beating me. Beating me? And people laughed about that. That's the earliest childhood memory that I had. That was my lifestyle. My father was a professional boxer. And he was two-time Golden Glove champion. Very strong man, 6'2", 190 pounds. And here I am, probably 60 pounds. Probably, I don't remember the height, but I was kind of short. That was when I was 4 years old. When I entered school, that's all I learned. I learned how to fight. First day of school, I asked the teacher, I said, listen, I need to go to the bathroom. She said, okay, go ahead. Go to the bathroom, and I do what I gotta do. This kid in the corner just comes and scratches me in my face. That was my first day of school. After school, what did I do? I fought. And my whole elementary, my middle school, and some of my high school was fighting. I suspended so many times. Nobody listened to me, but that was the way I wanted to do my life. I wanted to get respect. I wanted the girls to like me, so I fought even more. I did a lot of things. But I wanted to try to impress my father in so many ways. I did extra push-ups for him. I did extra sit-ups for him. I ran around, I jogged, I did all that I can. But I couldn't get the respect of my father. After what happened, my mother and my father was divorced. I always consider my parents to be, well, my mother, a full-time worker mom, and my father, a part-time father. He used to come around the house whenever he felt like it, did what he had to do, and leave. Man, we were so poor we couldn't even pay attention. Okay, we were so poor and uneducated. My mother asked me to go to the store and buy detergent with food stamps. That's how uneducated my mother was to me. I mean, I didn't realize it until later in life. But this is the way I was brought up. Uneducated, poor, fighting. This was my life.
I grew up continuously to get in trouble in a poor place. I remember in the schoolyard, my boy said, listen, let's cut class. I said, all right, I'm gonna go cut class with you guys. I didn't know what they were up to. I'm in the corner, sparking up an L. You guys know what I'm talking about. Already trying to smoke weed. They asked me, besides, man, try it. I looked at it, I was like, I don't want to look uncool to my friends. Maybe I should try this. Maybe I should get one. I mean, I hate family. I hate school. I got nothing going for me. Maybe I should try this. Maybe I was not meant to be anything or do anything in life. Maybe this is my chance to just inhale and exhale. I said to my boys, it's like, maybe next time. Maybe I'll do it next time with you guys. And they kept on asking me, day in, day out, listen, you want to do this? We're going to go back to the handball courts. We're going to do this again. I went there again. And I was about to do it. I said, nah. I kept on thinking about my father beating me. And then my father and my mother was like tag team partners. Because after one beats me up, the other one beats me up too. I remember my father, he took me. He opened the closet. I did something. I don't know. I got into trouble. He opened up the closet. He put me in there. He left me for 3 days in the closet. My mother used to there was a little wedge. She used to put food underneath because she was scared of my father. I remember when they finally opened the door, the light bulb right there, those light bulbs, they hurt my eyes so much because I was getting used to the darkness in my closet. They gave me a little bucket where I had to go to the bathroom. I had it, it was all there. This was my life. It was hurtful, it was painful. I started thinking to myself, I said, listen, I should give up life. I should, the easiest thing for me to do, I'm causing so much people pain. Maybe I should kill myself. That's the easiest thing I could do. And everybody would be happy. I thought about it. But then there was a little thing in my mind saying, nah, I can't do it. Something is telling me not to do it. After a while, the next day after high school, something that was very unusual for me as a Latino to do in my family was to graduate high school. When I graduated high school, oh my God, they didn't think I was going to do that. They thought that I was going to die before I graduated or go to jail. This was my father saying this to my mother and to everyone around me. That's what his dreams about his son was going to be. After I graduated high school, the next day, I asked myself a question. Just a simple question. And you guys might be asking the same question. The question is, what next? I knew this much, that I wasn't going to be a bum. That I wasn't going to be like my father. That I wasn't going to just be around McDonald's asking for 25 cents just to get a cheeseburger. I was going to do that. So what I did, decided to go to college. Oh, that was even worse. So they asked me to write an essay. I couldn't write a simple essay. I mean, I could write, but I couldn't write the structure of an essay. A college kid doesn't know how to write an essay. But I was determined. There was something inside of me who said, I gotta do it. It cannot be a bum. I have to do something. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but I gotta do something. It wasn't clear to me. I went to college for 1 year. I said, this is not for me. My parents said you were born poor, you shall die poor. Who are you trying to fool? You're not gonna be anything. And then as I was walking, one day after I quit school, I saw the graduation. I saw the ceremony. I saw these kids, these graduates of college graduating. It was amazing to me. The happiness, the joy in their faces. It's just remarkable to see them. It's beautiful. And there was a teacher who said, come here. Took me and she said, I want you to go back to school. So I decided to go to school. But there was one special thing. Every night, after she pulled me in, I dreamed about one day. I dreamed about getting my degree in college. I dreamed about walking up to the steps, grabbing that degree, putting it into my heart, taking a Puerto Rican flag, waving it up in the air for my peoples. Every night, I'm telling you, every single night before I went to sleep, I dreamed and visualized. I saw it happening. I saw me walking up the steps, grabbing that degree, taking a Puerto Rican flag, and waving up for my people. The day came. It was on May 19th, 2000, when my dream became reality. Everything that I pictured became reality. My dreams became reality that single day. What I did, just what I told you. I walked up the steps, grabbed that degree, hold it into my heart, took out my Puerto Rican flag, and waved it up. And guess what? And I'm getting goosebumps when I'm telling you this. My mother was there, my father was there, all my brothers and my sister, friends and family. They were all united for that one day. They all died for me. There's always a doubt in your mind. There's a little man bugging you in your mind saying you cannot do it. We all have it. I have it. To this day I do have it. It's the evil in us that says no, we can't. We gotta be strong enough to say, yes, we can. You see, I could blame society. I could blame my father for doing the things that he has done to me. I could blame my mother for being illiterate. I could blame anybody and everyone. And I could have laughed at attitude. I could have gone on the corners, like my role models were drug dealers, looking all sharp, got the gold chains, got the baggy jeans, got the Timberlands, everything like me today. It's alright, it's cool. But I decided to change. You see, anything is possible. Everything. I'm taking a stand. I'm fighting my evils. I'm doing whatever I can to succeed. I am no bum. I'm trying to do what I gotta do to get where I want to get. But I need my people around me. I need you. You guys might be joking, but this is where I'm at today. Those stars out there, if you dream so much, you could actually kiss the stars. You could actually close your eyes. Thank you very much.
uneducated. That was his parents. He also mentioned the word choice. The next speaker is a young man that came here from Santo Domingo. He's a doctor. And if he doesn't behave, well, I guess the teacher is going to ask the doctor to look into your teeth. That's what he does. He's a dentist. So you better be careful. And make sure that when you write those essays, you don't upset him. I'd like to bring to you this good-looking young Dominican doctor, Dr. Miguel Vega, the president and founder of the Family Dental Service Organization. Let's give him a big hand.
Good morning, everyone. Everybody doing fine? Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Miguel Vega. I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic. It's an island in the Caribbean between Puerto Rico and Cuba. Everybody knows about geography, just remember. The Dominican Republic was the land where Christopher Columbus first landed, trying to discover America. But coming to America, it was not easy for me as an immigrant. I come from a family where my mother and my father were divorced. I was raised just by my mother by itself. My mother has to work very hard to put me through school. As a young guy, I had a lot of dreams, but dreams did not come very easy. You have to go out there and reach it. You have to struggle life in order to get to the point where you want to be. As a young boy, dreams and come, thinking that someday I will come to the United States. It came to the point when I reached high school, I thought someday I will go to America and try to reach the American dreams. At the point that I came to America, I was already graduated from the University of Santo Domingo. I was a dentist in the Dominican Republic. But here in the United States, I was not considered a dentist because you have to go back to school and try to convalidate your title. So when I came to the United States, I had to become a dental assistant and work as a dental assistant with a dentist in Seattle, Washington. You might think, oh, Seattle, Washington is far away from New York City or New Jersey. I came to Seattle, Washington because I had the opportunity to go to Seattle, Washington and get a job as a dental assistant. Working as a dental assistant, it was not easy. It was very frustrating because I was under the supervision of a dentist who has a license, and I did not have a license. But I had to pursue my dreams. I stayed in Seattle, Washington for 7 years, working as an assistant, until I had the opportunity to come to New York and get accepted at NYU, which is a very prestigious university in the East Coast. I started my education in 1995. In 1992, and I spent 3 years studying to become licensed in dentistry. When I graduated in 95, my mother came to my graduation. It was one of the most happiest moments in my life, just to see my mother sitting next to me on the day that they handed me the diploma. That diploma meant a lot to me. And I want to set an example for each one of you that if I made it, you have the opportunity to make it in life. I just want to plant a seed in each one of you that will motivate you to pursue what your dreams can be in every single individual. You have to set immediate goals in your life. Life is not easy. You have a lot of adversity in life. You cannot blame your parents for what you cannot be. If you set a goal in your life, you can reach it. You have to stay out of drugs. That's the most important thing. You have to be focused in study. Study is the only way you get to be professional or be somebody in this country. The opportunities are out there. There are plenty of opportunity for everyone to be somebody. And me, as a professional person, I want to be an example for each one of you. I have my own business at this point, which is Family Center Center in West New York, New Jersey. I work for the U.S. Army. I'm a captain for the U.S. Army. And I got a beautiful family. I got 2 daughters. And I want to say thank you for coming and having the time to listen to each one of us, how we can be successful in life. Thank you for your time. And I had a great time sharing my moments with you.
Out there, but the 2 things that I mentioned kind of slipped my mind and not very in my mind. What was the first one? You have to be what? Mentally ready. What's your name? Come over here, Victor. Take a good photo. Where is the photographer? Oh, take a good shot of Victor. Let's give Victor a big hand. Just told me that you have to be mentally prepared. The opportunities are there, but if you're not mentally prepared, they're going to pass you by. You never see them. And then Mr. Rivera says something else. Visualized. You know what? Whatever you could visualize vividly in your mind, you could bring to reality. So if you visualize yourself as children of poor families, my mom and my dad are very poor, so I'm a poor soul. With all due respect, you'll be a poor soul the rest of your life. But if you say, my mom and my pop are not very well educated, but I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to make a choice in my life. And then you begin visualizing yourself as a professor, accepting your degree. You know what? You do that continuously, and it's like having money in the bank. At the right time, it's going to be there for you. That is being mentally prepared. But then I mentioned something else. What was the second?
Academically.
Academically prepared. Come over here. What's your name?
Keyshawn.
Huh?
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn. Okay. Take a good, very good. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you, my God. I have to congratulate the teachers, and I have to congratulate the school administration, and I have to congratulate the school director, Mrs. Perez. I mean, you kids are something else. Now, I mentioned that Dr. Vega comes from Santo Domingo. There is a young lady that comes from Ecuador. This young lady is a besides being a very intelligent person, besides being a very successful person, this lady dedicates countless hours to do community work. She was just elected and soon to be taking the direction of the Hispanic State, New Jersey State Hispanic Parade. That's a big job and a big responsibility. She is one of the volunteers of Save Latin America. In Save Latin America, we have a group of volunteers on call. And something happens in Colombia, something happens in Santo Domingo, something happens in any of our countries, we call immediately that group of volunteers, and we begin raising monies and doing all kinds of activities to help our brothers and sisters in our countries. And the lady that is going to be talking to you next is one of those ladies, besides that she is also a member of our health commission. So this is a very, very busy lady, and she is the marketing director of an organization called PHS Health Plan. There is a new program in the state that has to do with poor families getting insurance from the state at a very low cost. Her job is to market, to supervise the marketing aspect of this program. So let's give a very, very big hand to this young lady who came here from Ecuador 25 years ago, Patricia Grande.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Everybody knows what is the meaning muchas gracias? Yes. Okay, like Tony said, my name is Patricia. What's my name? Patricia. Okay, I know you've been sitting for so long here. I wanted you to get up. Please get up. Hug to your next body. Give it nice hug to your next body. Yes. Good. Okay, now have a seat. And I feel so happy to be here today to give you some information about me, about my life. I can tell that I'm success, but I'm happy. And that's what it means, have to say to you that you are happy with whatever thing that you do in your life. When I came here to this country, I have no English. Even today, I don't consider that I speak English. Because sometimes, I get nervous. I can tell what I'm feeling. Right now, I feel very, very nervous. This is the first time that I'm standing in front of young kids, trying to tell something that I don't want to be. If you guys get boring, and like I said before, I feel nervous. If I say something, just excuse me. My English is not perfect, but my heart is very big for you guys. And I just want to tell you three things. To be success, for me, is the ABC. The ABC in Spanish for me is aprender, means learn. B, benefits, beneficios. And C, in Spanish, calidad, in English, quality. So if you learn, if you aprende, si usted aprende, you got benefit. The benefit is going to give you quality in your life. So I would like to find out who can tell me what are the three things to be successful in your life. Go ahead. 5 years ago, I started working where I work right now. The name of the company was previously First Option Health Plan. Now they share with another company, we are PHS. We work for the government programs. We try to bring to the people who has no insurance. That used to be the program New Jersey Kid Care. Right now is Family Care. It's insurance for the whole family. So I would like the teachers pay attention because this is the program that I can bring you to your school for the parents, for the whole family. This is a program that is free. Sometimes you have to pay a little money, like $15 a month for the whole entire family. If anybody's interested, just call me. I'm going to give you my card now. And that way we're going to help our community. What else that you will want to know about what you can do, what you have to do to reach your dreams? There is any question? Any questions? Well, I think everybody has a dream. Mr. Torrey said before that everybody has a dream. When I came to this country, like I said before, no English, I have a dream. Sure that I have a dream. I was single, young, and beautiful. And now it's everything different. I'm not single, I'm not young, and I'm not beautiful anymore. But I feel happy, and this is what I count for me. I'm very, very happy to be in this country that gives opportunity to everyone. You guys, the people who came from South America, or they just born here, or they are from their parents, they have two languages. The people who speak two languages is very, very important because you are good for two persons. So if anybody go from the school to your house and try to not speak Spanish, please do it because this is going to be very important for you. English and Spanish is going to be the language of this country. Everywhere you go, that's going to help to you. There is nothing else that I can tell. I just, I'm very happy with what I am right now. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come today. I got some gift for you guys. I'm going to give it to the teachers, so they're going to distribute it to you. Thank you, and thank you very much.
She said that she is not beautiful. I disagree with her. You guys, am I right or wrong? Well, now it's time for you to ask questions. You could ask any questions to any of the panelists, or you could ask a question, a general question. Stand up and give us your name.
Keyshawn.
All right.
What school did you go to when you were growing up?
Well, I was born and raised. Let me just stand up here too. I was born and raised in the Bronx. I went to Bronx, New York, elementary and middle school, and then I went to Allentown, Pennsylvania, in a high school named Lewis E. Thurl, and then I went to New Jersey, which is Bloomfield College. That's where I went to school.
When you say your father locked you up in the closet, did he feed you?
Very good question. Will you repeat that question? You want to come in the front?
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. Go ahead.
When you said your father locked you up in the closet, did he feed you?
My father did not feed me. My mother was the one who fed me.
Very good. Next question.
The back.
Give us your name and the question. Come close.
Why did your father beat you and lock you in the closet?
Okay, he's beating me up right now. No, my father, I really do not know the answers to that question. I don't know what was his motivation to do that. But I do know this much. I know that my father and I, we reconciliated. We are great friends. He is my father. I found a new love for him, and we're getting along great today.
Una hasta nada.
Okay.
Ahí dijo.
Okay. When my father used to, he comes out of work, my mother used to be the one who used to hit me first, okay? Because I did the bad thing, whatever the bad thing was, I still do not know. Then she tells my father that I did a bad thing after he comes out of work, so then my father would be the one who would then beat me.
All right. I have a question for you.
Differences. For some apparent reason, I guess they didn't love each other anymore. Nothing, I don't think it was something to do with us, but there was other factors that played onto that. I really do not know that kind of, what happened in that relationship.
Hey, you checking it out on me? Hey, another question. The domestic violence that happened to my family, which should be considered. But the important thing right here is to say that whatever your adversities are, whatever extreme things that you're going into your life, you can achieve whatever obstacles you have in front of you. You will find times that you're going to be hurt. Do I have everybody's attention here? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Whatever problems you might face, and you think that you cannot overcome it, just as much as you thought that I couldn't overcome those punishments, you guys have the ability. You know, Johnny Torres says you have to be mentally prepared and academically prepared to lead and overcome those obstacles. That's the bottom line. So do not allow yourself to say, I cannot do it. Allow yourself to take a rest and say, I will not quit, and I will do it. That's what you gotta say. I will do it. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, why? Some of you were kind of touched. Some of you are kind of curious. Why people divorce? To understand that people get together. Each one brings in a lot of problems from childhood. And then the man and the woman that were attracted only physically begins to find difficult for them to get together spiritually, because the upbringing of one and the upbringing of the other many times are different. So then you find out that you married or you were involved with the person who doesn't really have the same values you have. Except that they don't know. Our parents didn't know, and still happening, how to sit down and say, well, look, we made a mistake. Think you're beautiful. Physically, you have ideas and beliefs that I cannot share, that I'm not ready to accept. So the best thing for us is to go in our different ways. So you made a mistake. That is why it's very important, especially at your age. It's very important to understand that life is not easy, whether it's in marriage, whether it's with your children or with your parents, in school. You know what? At your age, many of you are confused. You are confused because you don't know if you are a little boy, a little girl, or you're a big man or a big woman. And that is the process of your growing. We all went through that. And when we don't understand those realities of life, sometimes we go at it the wrong way. There are many reasons why parents divorce. And sometimes it's because they do not understand each other. Sometimes it's because we fell in love with the wrong values, the wrong things, the physical attraction. There's more than that in a person. It's a spiritual being. And the one thing that you must understand, changing the subject, is that each one of you are children of God. And because you are children of God, you do have it within you to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life. So long that you are mentally prepared, so long that you are academically prepared, and so long that you develop the right attitude towards success. There are some things that I'm going to give you to remember. Make mental notes, because I'm very serious. I don't doubt that 20 years from now, I may walk into an office and find one of you as the director of that office. Or I may walk into a doctor's office and find out that you are the doctor. Or I may need a lawyer and you may be that lawyer. I'm very serious about this. I'm seeing a lot of lawyers and architects and engineers and politicians and leaders in this room. I hope that you look at yourself in the mirror and see you as one of those professionals that I just mentioned. All you have to do is, number one, develop a positive attitude toward whatever it is that you want to be in life. Number two, make your choice. You want to be a doctor? Today is the day to start working towards that degree. Today. Don't get careless about your notes. You know why? Because when you get to higher levels of education, that D that you have in math today is going to surface tomorrow. And colleges are not interested in people that have a background of low marks in the grades. Will you be, as the president of a university, will you be interested in me when I have in my 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grades F and D's versus Mr. Rivera that from the beginning is all A's or B's? Which one will you choose? Tell me. Choose the best, the person with the best marks. You know why? Because colleges do have a name to protect. And sometimes you may say, well, they didn't take me because I'm a Puerto Rican. They didn't take me because I am an Afro-American. They didn't take me because I'm not tall, I'm good looking. That is all a lot of nonsense. We have to begin to live life with the reality that it brings to us. You know what? My little nephew is only 11 years of age. Johns Hopkins University is after him already. 11 years of age. Johns Hopkins likes to have students that are next to geniuses. Johns Hopkins, and he's a Puerto Rican. So let's not begin, let's stop thinking about the fact that I am a Puerto Rican, I am an Afro-American, I am this and I am that, and therefore I am poor. My father and mother are not living together. Therefore I cannot be the doctor I like to be. That's a lot of nonsense. Make your choice today and begin completing your homework as directed by your teachers. You'll be the doctor. Visualize yourself in your mind, showing with pride your records of accomplishments in school. That's the way to do it. You make your choice, then you plan your course of action. And believe me, it isn't hanging in the streets and smoking in little corners or being 10 hours a day in television if you have the opportunity to do so that you're going to accomplish. Life is not about that. If anybody tells you that life is easy, you could tell them, no, you're not telling me the truth. Life is hard. You have to work for whatever it is that you want in life. And if anybody tells you that because you're an Afro-American or because you're a Hispanic, people should cater to you, tell them, no, that's not a reality. Because you are an Afro-American and because you are a Hispanic, you have to work harder, but the opportunities are there. So long that, Victor, so long that you are mentally prepared, and so long that you are academically prepared, and so long that you make the choices in your life, and so long that you persist, like Mr. Rivera says, don't give up. This is our program for today. I thank the J.F. Kennedy School.
Mr. Torres. Let's give Mr. Torres a big hand of applause. Once again. Torres, look at me. Let me just have 2 seconds of your turn. And I noticed, like Mr. Torres did, that most of your attention was on focusing on the life of Mr. Rivera. And I know that because you guys are going through a lot of those challenges yourself. Some of you are being neglected, some of you are dealing with physical and mental abuse, and we all know this. This is not a surprise. And that is one of the reasons why I want to say thank you to my good friend Lourdes Arroyo. Lourdes Arroyo is a director of the Spanish School County. And it was interesting because when she called my school and she said, Wendy, I have this program and I would love to bring it to your children. And one of the questions that she asked me was, what is the population of your school? Because they gear the programs mainly towards Latino population because all of them are Latinos. But in her heart, she knew that it doesn't matter whether you are a Latino, whether you are an Afro-American, you all children. And you all need representation. You all need people to come up here and talk about survival skills, talk about having dreams and working towards achieving those dreams. So once again, I would like to say thank you, Mr. Arroyo. Let's give her a Mr. Rivera was done with his presentation, some of the teachers approached me in the back and they said, my God, I was almost in tears. I really had to hold my tears back. And I felt the same way. It's beautiful to see that someone had gone through all these challenges in life, and yet, at the age of 24, he knows what he wants and he's going after it. And that is the message that you have to take back to the classroom. That yes, it is time to make choices. No one should stand in your way, whether you are Afro-American or whether you are a Latino. If you dream and you work and you prepare yourself mentally and physically, you'll get there. Remember that. I know it's been a very long, long morning for all of you, and I would like to acknowledge all of you, basically, because although you were here since 9 o'clock this morning, you were very attentive, and that deserves a big hand of applause. I was listening to Mr. Lozada and Mr. Ray, and the teachers, they were communicating with one another in every chance they had, and I see Ms. Coulter sitting in the front and Mrs. Calcion making a few comments, and while I'm listening to the presenters, I'm thinking, my God, I am so lucky. I have wonderful children, but I also have a wonderful staff that is here day in and day out, doing their best to give you that learning, that preparation. And remember that it's entirely up to you when you get back into that classroom, whether or not you make the right choice to listen to your teachers, to do your homework, to prepare for the GEPA so you get to graduate and move on to the high school and begin making your dreams a reality. So to all of your teachers, I would like from the bottom of my heart, and I mean it every word, thank you so much. So with that, I think that we will get to our program. Oh,
Teachers would like to have
okay. Teachers that are in this group, please come up. Ms. Coulter, please come up. Mrs. Calcion. No, guys, all of you have to make face to the front. And I want to see smiling faces. Come on, guys. Sit up nice and tall and smile. Take a picture. Ready?
All right, and it's about we'll be picking them up in the next 2 weeks.
And what's going to happen with the winners? What is the ones you tabulate?
Well, by in January, I think it is. I don't have that clear in my mind. It is not set. Tomorrow we're going to be meeting to decide that. But I think it's in January or early February. The 3 winners are going to be invited with the teachers and parents and the principal. And we have in West New York a nice little restaurant. We're going to have a nice buffet dinner. We're going to have a little program for the winners. This is the night of the students. We're going to have about 15 students there receiving the Black Crusade of America for the rising students. It's a very nice little program. And let me tell you something else. The first 45 kids that we've done in a number of schools are going to be invited December 8th by the governor. The governor wants to recognize these 45 kids. I hope that we could do the same thing for next year. But this one,
Which means that 3 of our children will be participating in that activity, or that would be for the following year?
no, the
Those have been
following
selected already. So for the following year, they will be selected. Okay, great. So, do the teachers have a full understanding of what is going to happen in terms of the essays? We put something together and we'll give it to you
I give you a sheet of the whole.
with the whole outline. Okay. There will be an outline given out, okay? All right. Are we ready then? Yes. Mr. Murphy, you know the process. Once again, thank you. Ms. Murphy may leave and who's sitting in the back? Mr. Castro.